G'day folks, and welcome to an unboxing of Escape from Projekt Riese, the second game in the series of the Zombie Tango Oscar by RAYBOX Games. So this one here is the second game in the series. This one's the first one, and this one's Escape from Stalingrad Z by RAYBOX Games. So this was the first one, and now this one's the second. This was just on Game Found not long ago, or depending when you watch this. Good game, thoroughly enjoyed it. Still playing it. I haven't finished it. I've been using the same rules. I've been doing the normal mode, and sort of got so far and used up my lives. So I've gone back to the start. I've been playing it again. This one here is rocked up. The first one didn't come with any minis. When I got the box set, you had to buy the minis separate. It doesn't need the minis. Plays really well even without the minis. But yeah, I can understand the minis do make a presence on there. But I haven't missed them, to be honest, with the minis. But they've done something different with this one. This one comes with 4 minis. Right down here, 4 minis included. So it's on the back. So this one, like I said, it's the second. I am in my new room, hobby room that my partner and I call it. It's a room that we built up, and so it is a free space for people to come and go. So you may hear from time to time people coming in, chatting. Well, when I say people, my family members. So you will hear some noises from time to time, but that's just who we are. So when I say Dice It Up Gaming, we're all Dice It Up Gaming in my family. So that might happen from time to time. I'm not going to apologise for that because that's who we are. So I don't want to stop my kids or family members from coming or going, joining in. So I'll get back to unboxing this. Figured I'd let you know of that because it may or may not happen. But let's start unboxing it. So I enjoyed the first. Well, I am enjoying the first one. I haven't made it to the end yet because I died a couple of times and having to redo it. But my characters are going so well, going good so far. This one comes with 4 minis, like I said before, and it is the second in the set of the Zombie Tango Oscar. This one, this one? They got a Viking one next, and there's the cat. I can't think of it. I honestly can't think of the name. Man, I am shocking with names. I do apologise, but this one's Projekt Riese. Throw that over there. So, well, your minis are just okay. They're just thrown in there. All right. I know. I guess at this time and age, you want to try to save costs and all that. But Jesus, man, it's just thrown in the box. You wouldn't want to shake your box around. All right. I'll go straight to the minis. They were just sitting in there. All right, let's go straight to the minis. I don't know who is this guy. Actually, I better find out who they are. They just your standee things. put your doors and I guess your other 3D elements on. These are the new player boards. It's amazing how they're getting thinner and thinner, aren't they? That's, you know, not those satchel bags. It's just a strip for your the moisture pads. Technology, eh? I'll just throw these over here. It's like, it reminds me of just the army men. Those figurines. I've never had a game with this sits there floating around. Oh, actually, sorry, I have had a game where the minis are just sitting there. It's usually the retail version of stuff. I don't know who's who on these. I'll leave these. I'll see if I can get the cards. See if I can find. Like these. I like to have things coming with the doggy bags. Alright, what have we got here? We've got I think they're just 4 generic characters, to be honest. Alright, so they're just 4. So it's looking like you got a few players. Alright. I think they're just 4 generic minis. I don't think they actually, because you've got a lot of actual players here. So you've got Till, Frost, Ray, Nicole, Kelly, Lies, Jackson, Warger, Danica, and who else is in there? Excuse me. So we're getting over a cold and sort of left a cough behind for over a month now. Doesn't want to go away. Alright, so this one, honestly, I don't know if there's specific. I dare say it's just a generic mini. There's no names there. So this one's, well, it's one of the minis. That's her. I don't know what you're going to do if you want to play with like the 2 girls, because you've only got one female one there, and the rest, I really don't know who they're meant to be. It might be Jackson. Looks like Jackson. Alright, well, this is the other one. It looks like it's the position of Jackson's thing, so it might be the 4 main guys or main characters. So that one's Jackson, I believe it, but I think because you only got 4 there, it's probably the 4 generic minis there to go with. Let's have a look. Give me a name on them. It says 4 plastic ready to play hero minis. All right. Put that up there. All right. This one doesn't even look like anyone there. Maybe Warger. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like Warger. All right. So this one here looks like the picture there. Maybe Nicole. That one there looks like Nicole. So the one I showed you earlier looks like Nicole. That one there looks like Jackson. It's the same as his standee. So that one was Jackson. This one here looks like Warger. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Warger. Very shiny minis. Don't mind the pose. It's an action pose. This one here would probably be, going by the photo, Kelly, I think. Looks like Kelly. Oop. Got the same base, so it's the same generic base. Different poses. I was not ready for it just to be sitting in the box. So just be careful with your box, don't shake it around. You have 4 minis just floating around in there. I know you gotta cut the cost, but, you know, kind of thinking maybe they would have been better in a Ziploc bag maybe, or to hold up in there. These are your normal dice. These are in the Escape from Stalingrad Z. Same dice. I would almost say probably the exact same dice. Sort of does look like it. Same sort of similar blood splatter and all that sort of stuff. These are your same status dice, I would call them. I think they're called your status dice. Saves you using your tokens. You can just put a status dice on there. I don't know what this symbol's for, but you got your, I'm only guessing, going by Stalingrad, you've got your attack symbol. These will be your cover. So it's a 0 cover if you're standing still, you don't get penalised. 4 cover if you're running. 2 cover if you're walking. I can't remember what the cross is for. And your lock on one, I can't remember what the cross is for. I think it might be for, I can't remember, to be honest. And you get the player boards. I like these player boards much better than the ones out of Escape from Stalingrad. See if we can get them out. They've had the update, like the new campaign it's fixed it up to go back to these. So that used to be, they're your 2 different ones. So you'll be now, if you've got the updated version, you'll have back to these with tokens to go into them. Nothing wrong with these ones. They still work fine. I haven't come to complain about that. But sit that in there. But yeah, these are your new player boards. Something they did end up doing it to the first one. You got your, I don't know what goes in here, I can't remember, to be honest. Pop all those out, and you got all your little things here to pop out. Something goes in there. So you get your 4 of them, where you can put all your tokens in there, and your experience down here. I can't remember what goes up there. So there's nothing different about them. They're all the same. There's 4 of them the same. You put your one character in there, and your weapons go down there. That's those. Oh. I'll go to these. I'll go to your tokens. How do we get in here? Actually, I'll throw them down there. I don't need that. You go over there, I'll poke you out later. I brought this, thinking I need to cut it open, but I haven't needed to cut it open yet. Well, I might need it on that. Okay, so these are your punch boards. all your weapons and I guess gear on that. Vampire IR. Right. So they pop out all right. They just sit into that. Bad fit. Or you can stash them down in there. Offhand in there. Works out well. Oh, get in there. Yeah. Whole lot of punch boards out. Now these are your oh yeah, so they go on there, and then they should go down there maybe. I really can't remember how this goes again. So, oh, I'll get in there, that pops out. Well, comes out easy enough. No dramas with that. Comes out, whole lot of buttons. Little tiny button ones to punch out. There's your heroes, or your survivors. Across here. There's your standees. For your hero standees over here. And then your zombie standees. I didn't use them on this one. They're there. I used the doors, but I didn't use these ones. These are your little pin, I don't know what you call them, your little push button things. Little pegs, that's it, that's what I'm trying to think of, pegs. They go into your little board in there. Keep track of where you are, what you're doing. A lot there. Definitely a lot there. Throw you over there. The little minis over there. I'm going to move that over there. All right. So, now this is the book. I do need this now. This is the book that you play out of. Now this is what attracted me to the game to begin with. When I first I saw it up there. I didn't even know it was on. This was on Kickstarter. I believe the Escape from Stalingrad Z, when it first started, was on Kickstarter. I didn't see it on Kickstarter for that one, but it popped on for GameFound for it's called, I can't think of it now. Bloody anyway, it was on GameFound, and that's when I ordered it through on GameFound. More baggies. Awesome. Love the baggies. It's not one of those. Not one of those things. They're good. It's good that comes thick. Don't have to worry about them exploding on the carpet or something like that, and your pet's eating it or the kids eating it. I think it's lollies. These will be your doors. So again, this is all I use when I'm playing the game. They sit on the maps nicely. I can put the markers all over there and build them up, and I have no dramas with it. So yeah, that works really. These work really well. It also helps with when I want to take it somewhere else and play it somewhere else. Sort of doesn't take up much. Like I don't need to bring up much of a room for it, so I don't need to carry the minis and all that. Although that's what I might have to, because they're going to be sitting in there. be sitting in there. Anyway. Oh, cool. Comes with an errata rulebook already. Quite a good start. Alright, so more of the punch boards, more of some weapons, grenades, needles, some crates, more punch board stuff. Comes with an errata already in here. Well, look, I kind of like to think that nowadays you don't need that. Like, surely you could put the care in your games without having to have this, but I do like that it is here and I don't have to go looking for it and download it, so that is good. But something you shouldn't really have to have. Like, they say it goes through a lot of proofreading and all that sort of stuff. A lot of the games for proofreading, and then you still end up with that. I know there's mistakes. You can make mistakes in that. I do understand. I do. I like that. I like that. I can go photocopy that, or I can laminate that and use it with a whiteboard marker on it, although probably wipe off. But at least I can go photocopy that. I don't have to, you know, if I don't have a computer or I'm unable to download, that's good. So that's your team control where you can write down, keep your notes, you know, threat tracker. Yeah, you can just keep track of how you're going. That's good. Some more tokens. Although something's happened to that. That's, wow. That looks like it's got stuck onto something. It's a bit sticky. Oh, so hopefully I don't need that. When did that get stuck? How did that get stuck? Nothing sticky there. Oh. I like this as well. This comes in handy with the first one. It's got a lot of the stuff there that you can get to quick, that you're able to look into and work out what your actions are and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's a quick reference that you can just sit somewhere. I have a little music thing here that I can sort of sit it on, just keep it there that I can read. It is awesome. That is really good. Lets you know about the available minis that you can have, that you can get. There's your 4 basic. No, it's not. It's only 4 basic ones there. She's not there. He's there. All right. So that's that. That is good. You get your basic training manual to get you up and going. Open to start basic training. You get table contents. What's in the what comes in the I guess the contents. Your box. Nicole, Kelly. I am, yeah. Status dice. It's good to let you know what's in there. Introduction, scenario 1, hard landing. Team control sheet. Set up and spawn. I find with once you get going into the rule books, you might, it's like any other, it's like a lot of games out there that a lot of the rule books can turn you off wanting to play a game because you look at it and you go, oh, there's so much stuff. For a solo game, seems like there's so much going on in these games, but once you get going, you find that there's not a lot. Like, well, there is a lot there, but a lot of it becomes, I guess, easy to remember and what's the word? Forthcoming, I think the word is, or when you sort of get used to it and you just do it without thinking. So once you get going, you'll pick it all up. Like, you'll work out how all the weapons work and things like that, how it all goes. So it eases you into it. Then you've got your credits on here. You got your play testers. Thanking to the play testers up there. Special thanks. So you get them all up there. Special thanks and all that. Designer play testers on it. This should be your scenario booklet and field manual. Let's have a look at the field manual. This should be more of your rule book. The more in-depth rule book. Do you have to start on that one? Open to start training. Basic training manual. I don't know if you have to start there. But you might have to start on the basic training one and then go into this one. Attack examples. Bit like your range, you get penalised depending on the range if you're outside the range. So as if you declare yourself stationary, walking or running. Got to read up on all your weapons, your different types of zombies, what they do, the zombie powers, terrain and map elements, your characters. What's the three? Personal objectives. So you've got, see over here, personal objectives. Your weapons on hand, because how this works, if depending on, you can't just use whatever's here, you've got to have them equipped, which generally during a scenario will cost. I know on Escape from Stalingrad Z, you during a scenario it costs you a movement point to get up there to be able to use it. So if you've got a grenade here, you had to equip it to be able to use it, and your offhand sort of got you penalised. So you get the supplies where you can dash up your health packs. There's your grenades, ammo, and then over here is all your experience you can put up there, so you know your knife, different experience, and then you've got your A, B, C, D up there as well. Your gear, so that's your gear that's in your backpack. I like this. That is a huge improvement. Be a cost saving as well. So you won't have, how many players are here? I can't remember how many players. How many playable characters you have. How many playable characters do you have? You have 9 playable characters. So on the other one you had, I don't know if it was 9, it might be 9. I can't remember how many playable characters is there. But they all each had the separate player board. Where this one, cost saving, you only have 4. 4 double-sided boards, and you just put your player character tokens in there. Much better. Much better. As a read up, more of a read up on their abilities there, what they do. Got a little story there for your characters. Got another team control sheet there. If for some reason you lose that one. If it's anything like their other one, you can go up on their website and download a PDF version of this rulebook as well. That way you can print them up if you're able to print them up. If not, you can just race down and photocopy those. There'll be all your story read-ups. I'll quickly go through those. It is a choose your own adventure, and that's another thing what drew me to these games. One, like you play it out of a book, and then you've got your choose your own adventure. So as you're playing, depending on your choices, you can go things like it could end up being differently if you make it far without dying. not like me. I keep getting trapped and getting swarmed by all the zombies. Even my one good thing I know with the other one, I presume it's still in this one. If you got 2 characters going in, one of your characters die, it's not the end of the game. You still play, but that character becomes a zombie. And if you don't take care of that character, that zombie will keep coming into the scenario as you're going through. So you keep getting haunted by your fallen comrade, unless you take them out. So again, looking like they've got some big scenarios in the book again. So that's your main rule book. It's called the Field Manual. Glossary page 4. It's not much of a glossary really. Page 4 glossary. Yeah. There's no index. You can't quick reference something. That's sort of one of the issues I had with the first one, is being able to quick reference certain things. Like it's got your table of contents, so you can roughly get to where you need to see. Like you might get armory, zombie types and powers, or shoot down. What have I got? Team control sheet. Not much in that. Maybe that's got it. Let's have a look. What do you got? Core concept, adjacent. Yeah, adjacent facing figures. Conflict rules, dice, campaign structure. Dive on in. So you will have to start here and then you go into the next one. This one here is your scenario book. Looks like it's not bad. I like it. Sort of looks like it's got a bit of water damage to it. So this is basically where you're playing. So this is your player sheet. Your mini sit on there. Generally, we'll start on character. Where do you start? Setup. I presume you start there. Alright, I presume you might start there, and then you have to make it up there. Choose your starting character from Group A. Sergeant Kelly, Captain Jackson, Lieutenant Frost, and Captain Ray, and add them to your team. All right. Down the chimney. The one other complaint I had with the scenario book in the first one is your grid lines. Depending on the scenarios, they blended into the actual picture of the thing, so they became very hard to find where the squares were. These ones seem to be alright to see. So especially in this sort of stuff, see? They sort of blend in a little bit with the flooring. A little bit. They do make it a little bit hard to work out where it is, like where the square is, where it starts. Like, it looks good, but still, you know, it's, I know you're trying to do it, but it just makes it that little bit hard. Nice big map there. You got part 1 and you got part 2. Oh, jeez, what's going on here? Some zombies over here. Something's happening here. What's this? The price of failure? This one here might be a bit, although you can't see it through there, but I don't know what's going on in this one. Fix into the dye blues. Might be poisonous, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Firestorm. That looks a bit like the other one. It's gone. Doors, you got, ooh. that looks awesome. Don't know what's going on there. The other thing I liked about this scenario book is you generally have, lets you know a lot of stuff, special rules. Even at the start there, it had, I know on the other one, I think I did see it on here, things to remember. So it reminds you as you're going through, keeps track of stuff, helps you sort of remember, keeps you going. So that's good. So you're playing here, you've got that there to reference on. Special rules, what happens when you exit, and that is it. There's everything. Still quite a thick book. Like it's got, what's that, 47 scenarios. You know, not gonna play 47. It is a choose your own sort of adventure, so you'll be skipping some, going back, going forward, back. It's sort of all over, trying to get it through, to make it through. So that's Escape from Projekt Riese by RAYBOX Games. Still saying 1 to 3 players, so you still probably have that zombie You can play up to 3 players. Generally 2 players plays the main characters, and then 1 can play the zombie. I just feel that it is a solo game. Yes, you could bring your friend and each play on here and see how you go, I guess. But I think it's fantastic for a solo game. I am enjoying the first one, so it'd be interesting to see how this one goes. There is some different rules apparently introduced into this one, which in the newer version will be in that one as well. But I got to be honest, I didn't get the new version because I'm happy with the old version. I haven't found any major issues. There is some bit of hiccups and that there. I had to download one of those, but at least this comes with it. The text of the box components: 28 wood hex markers should read 24 wood hex markers. Movement: the text of the 8th bullet point should be changed. Characters can move onto a fire square, causing them to take 1 wound, but cannot finish their activation on it. More movement create as foxholes. It seems like a lot of the stuff from the last one, to be honest. So I remember there was a narrator about the movement, craters, foxholes, and trenches. There was fire one there as well, I believe, in the last one. Unoccupied and not the zombies. The text of the 9th bullet point should change to when moving diagonally, at least one of the adjacent squares being moved. I think that might have been in there as well. Covering. Lock character does not gain a covering marker at the end of their activation. No. Placing the covering marker with an attack marker. Likewise, a lock character does not gain a covering marker at the end of their activation. No. Alright. Zombies are spawned. Yep. Alright. Well, at least it's in there. At least they included it. So that's an unboxing. You sort of come with 4 minis. You're floating around in it. Be mindful on your copy. So if you're waiting for your copy, hopefully it's not getting shook around. Look, there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing damaged on it. Although she needs to be glued down again on the feet, but you know, bit of super glue. But there doesn't look like to be anything broken, or which is lucky because like that could easily be broken. That's pretty thin, that weapon. What are you carrying? The big gun. Big machine gun or something. Maybe I thought it was a rocket launcher, but it's actually a machine gun. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. Doesn't look like anything wrong. So that's Escape from Projekt Riese, the second storyline in the Zombie Tango Oscar. Marco does have a video up there explaining where they're going with this series. So jump on there. It is under what's he under? RAYBOX Games, I think. I'll try and put a thing up there to link you into him. He does. It's a good spiel, good story, good video on where they're going with it. How many they're looking at doing in the series and where it's all going to go and how it all ties back. I watched it. It was really good. It's got me intrigued on seeing more of it. But yeah, so that's Escape from Projekt Riese by RAYBOX Games. The unboxing. Hopefully I'll get out there, I'll unpunch a lot of these stuff and pack it away and get into the rules, and hopefully I can get a playthrough up and going. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Happy gaming.